June 7, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Working on house with carpenters, painters, etc. Citizen has statement and editorial about Fairbanks Agricultural College and School of Mines that I am preparing to lay cornerstone for July 4th. Newspaper clipping. The College Project. Delegate Wickersham is determined to promote the building of an agricultural college and school of mines as authorized for Fairbanks by Congress, but unless he can stir up enough public support, little can be accomplished. Without concentration of effort, a community, like an individual, can never accomplish anything worthwhile. The building of an agricultural college has nothing to do with any kind of political or other factional issue, and therefore every man, woman, and child who is interested in the welfare of this city and of Alaska in general should cooperate in this effort to establish here a college. If the people here cooperate with Mr. Wickersham, the next session of the legislature can certainly be induced to appropriate money for the school buildings that will be necessary to start the school. By that time, the government railroad will be nearing completion, and the interior should be increasing in population very rapidly. The demand for a school of that nature will be more apparent then than now, and it is quite certain that it will be but a few years until students will flock here from all parts of the territory to the young institution of higher learning. June 13th, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. I'm arranging to lay the cornerstone for the Tanana Agricultural College and School of Mines under the Act of Congress of March 4th on July 4th. June 20th, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Beautiful day. Tony Nordale, chairman of the committee on the 4th of July, invited me to deliver oration on the 4th, but I declined on account of my determination to deliver the address at the laying of the cornerstone of the Agricultural College. June 21st, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. At work, preparing a tentative list of officials for a bold bluff organization of the Alaska Agricultural College and School of Mines. Also getting ready to select a spot to lay the cornerstone. I intend to keep going until we get the college built and opened. It must not be allowed to stop. The interest of the people must not be permitted to lag. So I am pushing forward the organization, though without authority of law, just in the name of the great Jehovah and the Continental Congress. June 22nd, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Ready to go out to the agricultural college site today, but a heavy rain held back the party. June 23rd, 1915, newspaper clipping. Site chosen for School of Mines. To select a site for the new government School of Mines and Agricultural College, Delegate Wickersham and a party of friends visited the experimental station near Esther Siding yesterday morning. They selected a site on top of the hillside just a short distance toward Fairbanks from the farm. The site overlooks a pretty valley for miles and is considered ideal. While no definite arrangements for the laying of the cornerstone on July 4th have been made, Delegate Wickersham said that a meeting probably will be held within a few days, at which time definite plans will be outlined. June 25th, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. I'm busy getting things ready for laying the cornerstone of the AAC and School of Mines on the 4th. I'm getting very little assistance, but it is because I suppose I am doing it without asking. A few others are helping. Very hot day. Standard U.S. thermometer 94 degrees in the shade and 115 in the sun. June 26, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Working on my address for the 4th and preparing generally for the ceremony, etc. June 27, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Preparing the wooden box and letters for the cornerstone. June 28, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Went out to college site and pointed out spot where stone is to be laid. The material for the stone delivered. We cut the first road through the woods up to the cornerstone site.
I shall never forget the day the exact spot for the college building was decided upon. It was one of those summer mornings in the latter part of June, deep blue sky, white fleecy clouds, rare clear air and glorious sunshine when, whether we look or whether we listen, we hear life murmur and see it glisten. Surely this was a wonderful place for our college, and when all had agreed that no place could be better, Delegate Wickersham said, Mrs. Hess, mark the exact spot where the Alaska Agricultural College will be located. So I broke a small tree and tied a handkerchief to it to mark the spot. Harriet Hess.
June 29th, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Went out to Cornerstone site today, cut roads, cleared land, and back this afternoon, and cast the cement stone in the big wooden matrix prepared for that purpose.
Volunteer workers cleared a roadway and place for the crowd that would gather for the ceremony, and erected a platform for the speakers, made the concrete block for the cornerstone.
June 30th, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. I'm preparing an address to be delivered on Sunday at the laying of the cornerstone of the AAC and SM. The stone is now finished and ready. Took off the front, and some of the letters in the word cornerstone were broken, so we have filled them up and left only the following. AAC-SM, July 4, 1915, LD 5915. July 1st, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Working same as yesterday. Received answer from telegram to Governor and Mrs. Strong. They will be here tomorrow, and Mrs. Wickersham is to give a reception to Mrs. Strong from 3 to 5 for all the ladies of Fairbanks. July 2nd, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. A beautiful day. My address is finished and printed. July 3rd, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. All preparations ready. Much interest is taken in the function by the people, many of whom profess to think it very encouraging. July 4th, 1915, Wickersham diary entry. Well, it's laid. The cornerstone of the Alaska Agricultural College and School of Mines was laid at 2 o'clock with Masonic ceremonies. Fine day, bright sun, big crowd. It was a successful function, and everything went off well.
On July 4, 1915 at 2 p.m., laid the cornerstone for the first building of the Alaska Agricultural College and School of Mines. The whole ceremony was most impressive, and to the Alaska pioneers gathered there, it remains an occasion memorable and unique in the history of Alaska. Harriet Hess.